How you been, man?
I've been good.
Quincy Jones passed away recently, and I saw this wonderful post from Questlove. So in today's video, we're going to go through these 10 points and look at how you can apply these lessons in your own life. We dig into topics like this and much more in our weekly email newsletter. If you're not on the list, consider subscribing. Number one is the importance of connecting to people. And I think that's so important. I was just practicing today before I went on this walk, and I was just kind of going through the motions, and I thought about and I had just seen this incredibly inspiring string quartet last night that really gave me goosebumps. I felt like, what if I tried to give myself goosebumps the way that string quartet was giving to me? And I was thinking about the expressions in their eyes and the body language and the communication. And I think seeing live performance and great live performance is a great way to make sure that your message, whatever you do, whether it's talking to the camera out here in this park or playing your instrument or songwriting, how can you really connect with people? And I think part of that is just seeing powerful performances and really taking that energy and channeling it into what you do. Number two is you can't polish, you do. And I think getting a lot of repetitions in whatever you do is helpful. There was a wonderful quote, like a little clip from This American Life, it was from Ira Glass. It was all about how when you start off, you're not good, but you also, depending where you are in your journey, you also may know you're not good. And trying to get to this point where and a lot of it is just getting in the reps and sincere reps. And so there's this chasm between like knowing what quality is and knowing you're not there. And that can be a really frustrating plateau to work through or gap to work through. And so I really do think repetitions and is so important. There's an author, James Altucher, who I followed throughout the years, and he has a process of just coming up with 10 ideas every single day. It might even be more than 10, but I think that the idea of just generating ideas, whether it's songwriting or making videos or writing or you name it, just developing that muscle is super helpful. Number three is an interesting one. Always record your music when your musicians are tired. I remember reading the wonderful book by my friend Barry Green, The Inner Game of Music. And remember, there's a point in that book where he's talking about how sometimes, the best playing or ideas come maybe when you haven't had your best night of sleep. And that's a really interesting example from Questlove. And like today's a great example for me. I was out late last night seeing this amazing string quartet, and then they're doing construction where I'm staying during a renovation, so I was up with not as much sleep as I ideally would want, but I took my nootropics and had a couple cups of coffee, and I walked out on this beautiful day, and I sat down, and I'm just having a blast filming these videos. So I might be in one of those states as well. So even if you didn't get your optimal sleep or it is past 10 p.m., there are positives to harvesting that energy from that time. And so like Questlove says, record yourself. That's what comedians do. They record their sets. I try to record myself every day, and record yourself even when you think it might be that suboptimal time. Good point. Number four, my contact list is my most important instrument. Mic drop. Number five, the importance of sequencing albums and shows. Know how to balance your strong material to your more experimental material. That's a great concept. I think about that even when I'm playing a concert with the San Francisco Symphony, how they balance pieces, or even when I put together one of my own recitals, trying to make sure that I open with a way that catches the audience, maybe try something that I'm working on in there, and just trying to find a way to have some nice momentum and just like Questlove said, sequencing shows, sequencing albums. Great point. Number six, never look down on the generation that's ahead of you. Never neglect the creations of the generations in your rear view mirror. And as I've gotten older, I have gotten more and more respect and admiration for my older colleagues that are 20 years older than me, say, or whatever age you have. And I think that's one of the cool things about being an artist and working with people that just have lived more years and lived in different generations, and they were working in the 70s, and I think I knew it all when I was 24, and I didn't, and I still don't, but I really have tried to tap into the people that are ahead of me in this game called life. And I think doing my podcast has been a real education in terms of that, and talking to so many musicians that are further along in their life than I am or was, or that's a great observation for Questlove. And number 7, study and master all arenas of creativity. Yes, I love it. And I remember Rex Martin, the tuba teacher at Northwestern, talking about just go to the Art Institute, check out the Art Institute in Chicago, go see a play, go read a great novel. And I have been trying to, and it's so easy for me to get into my bubble and just do my thing. I have been trying to do more and more of that, especially the last few years living in San Francisco. I sort of had a life reset, and all my Chicago work stayed behind. And I have been trying to really be more a part of the artistic and cultural community. I think it's really helped my own music and my inspiration, my bass playing, and my enthusiasm when I sit down to pursue my craft. Number 8, you are never too old to achieve a new plateau or goal. Yes, indeed, and I believe that more and more every year. Number 9, edit, less is more. And boy, doing a YouTube channel will really teach you that lesson in a hurry. And I still stammer through things like you wouldn't believe, but I'm much better at that after going through all this editing. So yeah, you can probably trim it down. These videos are probably way too long as it is, but I'm always amazed when I take like some 30 minutes of footage and it gets down to like an 8-minute video. So yeah, great lesson. And number 10, pay it forward to the next person. I try to do that whenever I can. And such a valuable lesson. If you want to learn more about topics like these, check out the next video we've got linked up. We'll see you over there.